Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new, hyperdimensional, but not Neptunia rebirthing first try. Whatever Neptunia rebirthing means. Anyway, my name is Nick and today we're going to take a look at the newest installment from 2 Bytes and a Bit Studio, which is Galak-Z. Why Z, you might ask? Well, because I'm closer to Britain than to America. And also because I can. That's why. So, after Skulls of Shogun, which overall was pretty well received by users and critics alike, 17-Bit Studios brings out this space adventure with an interesting aesthetic that reminds me of an arcade style, but with a new coat of paint and more detail. Before we go into the game, as always, we will take a look at the options menu, which features rebindable keys, separate audio sliders and lackluster graphic settings. You know, adding things like AA, texture quality and particle effects would help with the performance of PCs that find themselves on the lower end of the system requirements. But overall I have to say that the options menus are well enough, and in terms of performance I didn't run into any problems. As stated in the review on the Steam page, this game is indeed a vehicle through space hurling simulator, which you can see pretty well here. Controllers, I have to say that both keyboard and mouse and controller are viable control methods and work pretty well. What is really neat is the fact that the control methods change on the fly, depending on your last input. The visual feedback you get from your inputs is clear and concise and gives you enough time and possibilities to react to each situation accordingly. That does not mean that spamming the juke button will keep you alive for all eternity, especially since you can't fire shots while you are juking. Combat in this game is fairly simple. You have your laser, which you can upgrade, and you have missiles, which work like the rocket launcher in Just Cause 3. You lock on targets and unleash hell on them. Concerning enemy variety, I have to say that after the first 4 missions, it is pretty well so far. I mean, sure, it's a little bit repetitive, but you can only make so many types of ships, you know. The AI in this game is made pretty well, which allows for the stealth mechanic to work as intended, which is absolutely great. One thing I have to say though is that doing a mission purely stealthily is worse in terms of rewards than just going ham on each and every one you see. At least I didn't find anything else than satisfaction when I did one mission without engaging into combat. Since this game features roguelite elements, the levels are procedurally generated, which, alongside with collectibles such as ship upgrades, increase the replayability of this title a lot. Blueprints and scraps are your elements of permanent progression, which are pretty much required when you try to play the game in rogue mode, where you have to beat 5 missions consecutively to unlock the next season. Since the game now also features an arcade mode where you get to save in between missions, the relatively high difficulty level is alright by me. Overall, the gameplay is concise, and in the grand scheme of things, you see that this is well thought out. So to the conclusion we come, and I have to say that apart from the lackluster graphics options and the complaint about not rewarding stealth approaches enough, I didn't come across things that make me not recommend Galak-Z. The €20 price tag might throw some people off, but all in all, I personally think the game is worth its asking price. My name has been Nick, ladies and gentlemen, and Galak-Z made it first try with all shields intact. And I shall see you next time.